Hey, welcome back to another Jurassic World Alive video. So we got patch notes for update 1.10, which, by the way, for those of you who do know how decimals work, if you're going by increments of 0.1, the next one should be 2.0 and not 1.10. There's no such thing as 1.10. Like, the 0 doesn't matter in the end. It's basically like what this reads as. You read it as 1.10, but it actually is, it's equal to 1.1. So this is kind of awkward, but we'll put that aside. We'll put the decimal issues aside, but let's get into the patch notes. So this patch is it's a relatively small patch. It's not a huge patch, which is probably why they went with this sacrilegious 1.10 to name it instead of 2.0. Maybe they're gonna save 2.0 for like the actual big update. But anyways, let's get into the details here. So we got some stuff. We start with increased realism. The increased realism is just blood effects. They're gonna throw in some blood effects, which personally I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm terrible with blood. I've passed out 6 times when getting blood samples at the hospital. So not really great with that. personally not a fan. Would much rather not have, but hopefully there's some way we could turn it off. I'm not really I'm not a fan of this. But you know, for those who do like it, well, there you go, got blood effects. So moving on, Stat Boost 2.0, Stat Boost, 2.0 is just coming. There's no new information. It's just basically they're telling us Stat Boost 2.0 is going to be in the update. All the Stat Boost 2.0 information, it's still on that previous post that they've posted before when they first announced it. So no news there. AI update, so they're gonna make it so that, remember when AIs just keep on doing that stupid infinite swap loop at the end that they always do when they're about to lose or whatever? They're gonna cancel that. They're gonna make AIs slightly better in that well, it would be much better if they fix that one, so that's good. Well, not good for the players because, you know, it would be a much easier win, but you know, it's for those who do like a decent challenge, that would be slightly better, right? Moving on. So this is the, I guess, the biggest part of the update. So they updated dodge. So basically nothing changed with the damage mitigation part. It's still 66.7% damage mitigation. It's just that like most dodge moves, well, not most dodge moves, all dodge moves except for 2 increased from 50% to 75%, and yeah, that's all. They're just increasing it by 25%, which is an okay amount. It's not that big of an amount, but also, you know, it's over 50%, which is, you know, which is a decent buff to dodge. And then you also have here are the moves. So long dodge and sidestep, these 2 are increased to 100%. And then everything else, all the other moves are raised to 75% there. So this is a decent buff to dodge dinos, but they also nerf some dodge dino stats, which we'll go over here. Gallimimus, HP reduced to 1170, HP reduced to 2.7k, Indoraptor, attack reduced to 1420, Kelinken, attack drastically reduced to 1350, HP reduced to 2.7k, Monomymus, attack reduced to 1130, Ornithomymus, HP reduced to 2850, Firstrachus, attack reduced to 1.4k, HP reduced to 2.7k, Proceratomimus, attack reduced to 1550, HP reduced to 3.6k, Quetzerion, HP reduced to 7,000, or not 7,000, that would be a huge increase, 3,750, but gains immune to distraction. Smilodon, attack reduced to 1.4k, HP reduced to 3,000. I mean, of these, the relevant ones we'll talk about a bit. Indoraptor, it's a relevant dino, but the damage nerf is kind of irrelevant. It's just like, it's about a 30 damage decrease, which isn't the biggest deal in the world. What else? Proceratomimus got a bit of a nerf. It's what, 50 damage or something, and then 300 HP, which isn't that bad either. Like overall, I think Proceratomimus got a buff over here just because of the dodge increase. Anyways, remember, like Indoraptor, like even though they got stat nerfs, a lot of them, most of them overall got a buff with the increased percentage on the dodge, right? So Quaterion got much better, honestly. The immune to traction is pretty nice. The HP reduction, not that big of a deal, and also the dodge chance is really nice as well. And I think these are basically the three slightly more relevant dinos. Again, I think all three of them got better for the most part. Quaterion, I think, got the biggest dub over here, and Proceratomimus is okay. Indoraptor got a decent buff as well. So moving on to creature updates. So they did some creature updates, not too much. Allogen 2 crit increased to 30%. That's fine. Ardenta Maxima HP increased to 5.7k, which is not fine. I don't know what they're doing here. This is the best dino in the game at the moment. It's the strongest dino in the game. Like, there's no question about it. Even before this HP increase. Before this HP increase, it's the best dino in the game. And then they just gave it more HP. I do not understand why they did this. It makes no sense. Why would you do this? It's already the best dino in the game. You just gave it more HP. I guess they just really want us to spend on a lot of most of our resources on Maxima, I guess. I mean, I really can't think of any other logical reason to buff this even more. It's so incredibly strong. It's on a league of its own. Like, I think the only dino that even has like a 50% chance to beat it is like Trico, and like you have to like guess, and it's not guaranteed to beat it. Like Trico doesn't even guarantee to beat it. It's just like it has like an okay-ish chance of beating it. Like nothing else. Like everything else just gets absolutely slaughtered by this thing. What? This makes no sense. Why would you do this? This is terrible. Why? Like these creature updates. Why this doesn't make any sense at all. Anyways, moving on. Carboceratops gains immune to damage over time. That's nice. Dipplevenator HP increased to 3.9k. Sangaia HP increased to 3,240. Irritator Gen 2 HP increased to 3,750. Damage reduced to 1,000. Ready to Crush replaced by Ferocious Strike. This is actually pretty nice for Irritator Gen 2. Which, even though Ready to Crush is more like it's more of a signature move, but like it sucks. It's not that great of a move, especially after the crit nerf. It just got even worse. Ferocious Strike is a much better move in this scenario, right? Nasutoceratops attack increased to 1,000. Basic attack becomes long T-cell strike. That's much better. Nasutoceratops is one of the worst dinos in the game, and now they gave it a decent buff, which is nice. Paramoloch gain immune to stuns. That's good. Sarcosuchus HP reduced to 3.9k. Attack reduced to 1,000. Exploit open wound becomes lethal wound. That's a buff, I guess. Exploit open wound is just not that great of a move. It's extremely niche. Lethal wound. You know what? I don't even know if this is a buff or not. I did get its stats hurt a bit, and like bleed isn't that great and isn't incredible in the meta at the moment. Just with all the immunes running around, I don't know. It's not even relevant. It's not even. Let's just. Let's get over that. Stegodorex gained immune to damage over time, which is ironic. We have to note the irony over here. All its moves, like almost all its moves, like all it does is bleed, and then it got immune to damage over time, so that's pretty fun. Thiocotator, HP decreased to 4,350. Not that big of a deal. Tormalock, so Tormalock gained a decent buff. Attack slightly decreased to 1,020. Gain immune to stuns. Impact and run becomes rampage and run. It doesn't make it better. It doesn't make it a tier better, but it makes it a much better just because its whole kit just absolutely sucks. in this meta. So you give it immune to stun, which is nice, and then you give it a bit more damage. So like in the scenarios where it can't even use its kit at all, at least you could do a bit more damage. So there's that. Tormalock still kind of meh, but you know, much better with this. Much more better with this buff. The biggest problem, like, I see in Tormalock right now is, like, the 126 speed just really doesn't cut it anymore. Like, Tormalock, Renix, 126 speed, like, come on, what are we doing? Like, we're having conversations about 131 speed dinos with, like, minimal speed up. And, like, we're still having, like, meme dinos, meme speed tiers, like, 126. Which is kind of sad. But, again, who knows? Anyways, moving on. Video ads. So what used to be the case is when there's like 15 minutes left, you could watch a video and then, you know, just instantly open it. And then now you could watch up to 6 videos per day just to forward any incubator by 15 minutes. So you don't have to wait till like the last 15 minutes. You could just get it and then watch it, and then, like, you know, you just don't have to worry about it anymore, which is nice, I guess. So there's that. And then last thing, Geolocation Sanctuaries. Increase the duration of sanctuaries shared with your alliance. The previous share lasted 24 hours and it will now last for 3 days. This is obviously another increase. It's not that big of a deal though, since most alliances just focus on like a few, 1 or 2 sanctuaries anyways. So who knows. Also, they reduce the presence of daily creatures. Again, the reduction is about 20 to 40%, depending on the region where you play. I don't know, like, do you guys... It says, based on player feedback. They reduced it based on player feedback. I don't know about you guys, but I never wanted the daily creatures to get nerfed even more. Like, I already don't see them that often anymore. Like, I can't remember the last time I saw any Yankees, honestly. Although, to be fair to them, I don't usually go out to hunt on the weekends. I usually go out to hunt on the weekdays, right? But I don't know. Like, the last daily epic I saw was, I can't even remember. Like Trandon last week, maybe. I've seen like a total like of 3 epics, daily epics. I don't know. I don't know why they're reducing these. I don't really get it. But anyways, moving on, data collecting, note on data, they're just, you know, thanking the feedback and stuff. So anyways, that's all in this patch note. Again, really small update. Doesn't really change the meta too much. Obviously makes dodge creatures, you know, much better in this scenario. But, you know, again, not that big of a deal. And these, why? This makes no sense. Like, I guess, again, I think it makes sense in the terms of, oh, we want you guys to spend more resources on Ardent Maxima, maybe. But, like, in terms of battle and game balance, it makes no sense at all. I was always hesitant to call Dinos the best Dino in the game, but in this case, in Ardent Maxima's case, this is the best Dino in the game. It's kind of sad. So anyways, that's me for this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like and enjoy this video. Subscribe to the channel for more Jurassic World Alive content, and I'll see you guys in the next one, which probably, let's see, is coming out Saturday. Okay, it's going to be the daily creature stuff, and then next week we'll continue with the tier list, which, by the way, you know, we'll incorporate some of this. Although, not a lot of these really matter in terms of the tier stuff, but, you know, just some creatures got slightly better, like Tormalock, right? Tormalock, spoiler alert, it's an A tier, but this doesn't move it up a tier at all. But it still got much better, so there's that. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.